Let me just do this, and then does that get us in? Ooh, 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 ooh. After the 5-day challenge, and then right into Thanksgiving with lots of gratitude, and then a couple days off, Christmas tree, the whole deal. Made myself a little bit of a lighter weekend, so I was really happy about that. Now back, clean shaven, ready to go. And by the way, today is, just make sure that's, oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Today is November 30th. For those of you watching here live or today, if you're watching sometime in the future, I really have no idea what the date is. Can't tell those things. But what I can tell you is that November 30th is the final day for the Malibu half marathon, 5K, and virtual race. Virtual 50-miler. And as many of you may know, some of you may know, if you've been tracking this whole situation, I chose to do the virtual 50-miler. And I'm just going to grab some blocks here for a moment, and then we'll start. And of course, you know, due to life and family and things and work and stuff, these days I'm not running as much and as often as I'd like. So I am 42 miles in. So after this, I have to go run 8 miles for my final day. And then, and only then, will I be able to wear the medal that says Malibu 50. So that'll be fun. At least it's only 8 miles. It's not like I have to run, 12 or 14 or 20. That's good news. And it wasn't so bad for a month. 50 miles in a month is really not that much, as long as you run more than a couple times a week. Okay, another quick announcement. If you're new to us, these classes are done on a donation basis. So you could Venmo me directly at Teddy McDonald, or you can go to 5pointyoga.com, the lovely studio here, and you can scroll down a little. There's a couple different ways to do it. You could just pay for your class, or you can, there's a coffee, which is ko-fi.com, and you can buy us a coffee. Suggested $15 donation for an online class. You can also become a monthly member. We have a lot of people now just becoming monthly paid members and not have to worry about class by class. So you can do that at consciousendurance.com. So there's 4 or 5 different levels that you can join based on that. So thank you, by the way. I appreciate all that sort of stuff, and keeps us moving in the right direction, healthy. So with that said, let's go ahead and start with the shoulders relaxed, feet about shoulder distance there. Bring the palms together, close your eyes. Nice deep breath. Let those shoulders relax. Oh, top of the head float up. So I thought, because it is the final day, and by the way, welcome to all those Malibu half marathon people. We stream live simultaneously with them. So welcome to you all. And if you are finishing up like me, last minute running, this will be a good little session for you. So we're going to do some hips and shoulders and neck. So kind of a perfect little thing. And then we're going to end with some yin today. So take a moment, set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that means for you, as far as just adding that deeper meaning to your breath and your movements. Good, and then drop the head to your left side. Easy neck stretch on the right. In fact, since we're going to focus a little bit on the head, drop on the neck, drop the arms down. And then if your head's dropping to the left, you're going to reach your right arm down and away. So that's a deeper stretch. Just by encouraging that arm 45 degrees away from you, it's a deeper stretch on the neck. A few breaths. Good. Chin down, arm forward slightly. So now you feel this more on the back side of your neck. Good. And then arm back, chin up, breathe. Front side of the neck. Good. Back to the center, drop the arm. Switch sides, same thing. So first just feel the space on that right side, and then drop the arm ahead to the left, to the right. I'll get it straight. And then opposite arm away. So now left arm reaches away. And stretch and breathe. Excuse me. Slept 2 nights in a row. Yay, Liam. Drop the chin down, arm slightly forward. My wife, poor Lauren, she got frustrated a couple nights ago because he woke up in the middle of the night. But, you know, I think he just is teething a lot. I think he's gonna be fine. And then reach the arm back, lift the chin up. More sensitive, where Madison, she just literally would wake up and there'd be a tooth and you go, what? So much for teething. But not this guy. Oh, good. Go ahead back to the center. Drop the arm. Now some circles with the head. So there definitely you should feel some space in there. Good. Opposite direction. Good. Back to the center, some shoulder rolls, forward and back. Forward and back. Good. And then back and forward. Back and forward. Good. Arms up. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms up. Straighten the arms. And then reach the arms back by the ears. Stretch. Oh my goodness. Good. Now fold to one side. Nice easy side stretch. Breathe. Feeling it out here. A few breaths. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. Good. Back to the center, lean back. Take a nice big inhale. And then fold down forward as you exhale. Hang forward here, a few breaths. Stretching the back of the hamstrings here, back of the legs, lower back slightly. Good. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Softening and stretching, breathing, letting go of any tension, stress. One more breath. Good. Release the arms. Since we are going to move into the hips, let's go ahead and take the feet wider on the mat. Bend your right knee over to the right side, sinking and stretching the inner thigh on the left. And breathe. I will say that this particular weekend is a pumpkin pie is like my favorite all-time dessert. I guess besides like a warm brownie type, you know, kind of like mousse-ish filling with a warm brownie and melted vanilla ice cream on top. Pumpkin pie is probably my second favorite. Switch sides. So I let myself go a little bit during this Thanksgiving weekend Had pumpkin pie daily, but I don't eat the crusts. I feel like that's a little overindulgent. One more breath. Sink into that side. Oops. And then opposite. I wanted to touch that one, not that one. Same thing, now we're gonna do a little twist. So now you have not only the hip stretch here on the inner thigh, but then lengthen forward, right arm up, turn and twist. So now you get a little twist, but we're also gonna add the shoulder. First, lengthen the spine some, turn and twist, and then top arm goes around the back. Lengthen the upper body and twist and turn up, breathe. One more breath. Good. Switch it. Same thing, opposite side. Come on back. Lengthen the upper body. Sink down a little bit. Make sure you're feeling that stretch in that inner thigh. Lengthen, twist, turn, and breathe. And then drop the arm back behind you. Lengthen the upper body. Twist and turn. Good, one more breath. Oh, okay, very good. Back to the center. We're still gonna do a little bit of hips. So walk the feet in a little closer. Heels in, toes out, approximately mat distance. Just squat down, kind of a standing frog pose, but then press the knees wide and stretch. You could even rock a little bit side to side. This is gonna help to open up the hips a bit. Good. Couple more. Good. Back to the center. Gently push. Hold. Slight engage in the belly. Tuck the tailbone. Good. Straighten the legs. Walk the feet back together. Bend the knees slightly. Roll your way up. Abdomen really strong. Slowly rolling up. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms up. Fold all the way down, forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward and then step back to plank as you exhale. Plank pose. Hold it here, breathe. Good. 5 times, push-ups, lower halfway, chaturanga. Press back up, plank. Lower halfway, push up. Lower halfway, push up. 2 more. Good, all the way to the mat. Point the toes back, gentle back bend cobra. Drop the head slightly. Lift the upper body up, draw the shoulders down, and turn your head to the left. So you're just pivoting. This is a neck stretch. So turn, kind of a neck twist. Turn and breathe. Good, then switch it. Same thing, other side. Gently feel that in the neck. And all these little things in the beginning are all just making sure you don't notice any tightness, tension, tenderness. And if you do, you just want to work on healing that area. Back to the center. One more inhale. And then child's pose for a moment. Pause here, a few breaths. Good. Downward facing dog. Come on up, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Good. Switch sides, same thing, stretch. Good, straighten both legs. From there, come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. First one, extend the spine as you inhale. Well, we kind of already did one. And fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. So we'll just do 2 more cycles from here. Arms up when you're ready, inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Halfway up as you inhale, and you choose, step back, or you could jump back, I'll step. You could lower all the way to the mat for an easy cobra pose, or you can lower halfway to chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, and then downward facing dog. And breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. One more breath. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together. Exhale, arms up, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step or jump back, exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, easy, gently, letting the body warm up. Downward facing dog. Good, up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. This time right away to chair pose. Inhale. Let's add a little twist. So bring the palms together. Hook your left elbow outside the right knee. Lengthen the upper body. Twist and turn and breathe. Good. Back to chair. Inhale. Opposite side. Lengthen the upper body up as you twist and turn, and breathe. Good. Back to chair, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale, we're gonna go Sun Salutation B next. And we'll break down the first one, add a couple little core and hamstring exercises. So first one, chair pose, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up. Inhale, step back or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg goes up. Hold it up for a moment. Sink the left heel down if you can. And then shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Hold. Good. Lift it. Backing up. And then forward knee to your left side. Twist and hold. 1, 2, 3. Lift it. Same thing to the right. Right knee, right tricep. Hold it. 2, 3. Lift it. And then all the way forward. Stay here. You could always grab blocks if you were tighter. If you had blocks, you don't need them. But straighten the leg, bend the knee. Straighten the leg. That's your hamstrings. Bend the knee, that's your hip flexor. All right, so inhale, exhale, and they don't have to be big movements. The idea really is just to start to lubricate the joints a little bit. Hamstrings and hip on that side, hip on this side. A couple more times, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. And while we're here, drop the back knee, grab the foot if you can. Come forward and then drop that quadricep down. Of course, if grabbing the foot in the back doesn't work, you'll still get a very similar stretch by just kind of sinking down this way, right? So do what you can. Breathe. Good. Now warrior one. We'll just take one breath. Warrior 1, Turn the back foot, come on up, inhale. Hands down to the floor. Leg back, vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side. Take it up, hold it up for a moment. Sink the right heel down, breathe. Good. Shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to the right. Back and up. Forward up to the left. Back and up. All the way forward. Stay there. Again, blocks or not, doesn't matter. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot as much as you can. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. A few more. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drop the back knee and either just come up, sink the hips forward if you can. Left hand grabs that back of your right foot there. And then sink forward. Oh, yeah. Good quadricep stretch. That's what you want. If you can find it there, and breathe. Good. One more nice big breath. Just sinking down, stretching. Oh, good. And then tuck the back toes, turn the back foot flat. We just did one breath. Inhale, hands down from there. Leg back, vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe. A few breaths. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Bend the knees. Reach the arms. Inhale. Stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. So we're going to do just one round through Sun Salutation B. So it takes away what we just did. Kind of takes away the hip and hamstring stretch. But it just becomes a flow. And then we're going to move right into Dancing Warrior. 2 rounds. Maybe 3, possibly 2, we'll see. But because that's a little bit better for the hips, and then you get a little side stretch and a shoulder stretch. But right now, Sun Salutation B, chair pose. Inhale, fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or jump back, exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Down dog, right leg, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach up, stretch, hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, down dog, left side, take it up, bring it forward, warrior 1, reach up, inhale, hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower, facing dog, down dog, hold it, and breathe. Good. One more breath. Up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine, inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand up, hands together at the heart, exhale. Now Dancing Warrior, same sequence we just did, but with 3 extra poses mixed in the middle. So if you're newer, just follow along, do the best you can. Linking the movement and the breath. So much about kind of having that meditative state as you breathe and move. So chair pose is the inhale, fold, Exhale, halfway up. Inhale, step or hop back. Exhale. Finish the exhale, then inhale. Upward facing dog, exhale. Down dog, right leg first. Inhale, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Warrior two, open up, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, reach back. And then forward, right hand down, left arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa lower. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Warrior two, open up, exhale. Reverse warrior, back arm down, left arm up, inhale. And then forward, left hand down, right arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. Inhale. Let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog, down dog. Very nice. And breathe. A few breaths. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose again, inhale. Stand up, hands together at the heart. Exhale, big full breath. Same thing again, back to chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Step or jump back, exhale. Chaturanga. One more time, this sequence. Maybe extra chaturanga. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Warrior two, open up. Exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, bend the front leg deeply as you reach up and back. And then right hand down, left arm over the ear, reach. Good. Back up, warrior two. And then let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, down dog. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Open up, exhale. Reverse it, inhale. And then forward, left hand down, right arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. Inhale. Let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, good. Just for a little moment here, you can breathe and soften and stretch. You can also drop to the knees, and then we're gonna do a little foot stretch. So keeping the toes tucked, sit down here for a moment, a little foot stretch. Scooting the knees back. As I scoot the knees back, believe it or not, I still get a stretch in my kind of low calf a little bit. Breathe, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, lift the arms up, stretch those shoulders. We're going to do a standing sequence that is going to kind of get a little into the hips, a little into the hamstrings and shoulders and neck at the same time. So we're going to end with a little bit of a neck stretch. Lift up, lean back, take a big inhale. And then forward as you exhale, hands and knees, lift the feet, point the toes. You can kind of wiggle the toes for a moment. And then you're going to point the toes back. You're going to sit back onto the heels just for a moment. Now if you can, you want to just sit back and relax. This might be really intense. You might have a space between the floor and your ankle. If you do, you may have to hold yourself up, right? If you had blocks, you could always support yourself with your blocks, right? Like this. It depends. If you just had knee surgery, you can't bend your knees, right? There's all kinds of things you could do to help yourself there. However, if you're okay, then from here, lean back and lift the knees. Oh my goodness. Tops of the feet, shins, stretch. This has nothing to do with the neck, but it definitely, is definitely beneficial for the shins. Now, we're going to add the shoulders. So I want you to externally rotate the shoulders. You bend the arms back and then push the heart up. And that goes a little deeper in the shoulders, a little deeper in the neck. A few more breaths. Good. Coming forward. Pause. Interlace the fingers back. A shoulder stretch. Make sure this is okay on the neck. You're going to drop your head down. Take a big inhale, lift up. And then come forward onto the top of the head. You lift the hips up slightly. And then shoulders forward and breathe. You can move the knees if you feel too cramped. But breathe and stretch. One more breath. Good. Release the arms. And then let's go back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog pose. So just gonna do one bigger sequence here. So right leg up right away and bring it all the way forward. Turn the back foot flat, warrior one. And then warrior two. Open to the side. Good, gazing forward, breathing deep, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Good, take the back arm, wrap it around the back, toward the front. Forearm to the thigh, pause. Tuck the tailbone slightly, so that engage in the abdomen, kind of scoop underneath with the tailbone here a little bit. That's gonna help open the hips. Then you got that shoulder stretching, so I want you to turn the head right into there. So I don't want you to look up at the ceiling. This is more in line. So your torso, head are in line. You're just turning to the left as if you're looking at your friend over there. And breathe. Hello, friend. How's it going? You're so far over to the left that my neck is almost 180 degrees back. That's amazing. Bend that front leg a little bit more. Good. Now you're going to look down. We're just going to take a quick trip to half moon. So scoot that back foot forward. Come on up to half moon pose. If you had the block and you wanted to use it for balance, you could. Whoa. Apparently it doesn't help my balance. But you could also not. It doesn't matter. You don't really need it. If the standing leg, the general rule is if the standing leg is so tight that it has to bend in order for you to get your hand down, then you're better off extending the length of the arm so that you can straighten the leg. Once you're up, go ahead and release that left arm. Up to the ceiling, drive that back leg back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Push it back, look up and breathe. Good. Looking down from there, hand to the waist, bend the standing leg, come on back. Triangle pose, triangle pose. I want you to come up for a moment. Take the left arm around, wrap it around again. And then what you're going to do is come forward. You might be able to grab this inner thigh here, and you might not be able to. It depends on your shoulder, your torso, hip flexibility. So do the best you can to kind of reach in there. Lengthen the upper body up and turn up again. So I'm not as concerned about how far you go here with the lower hand. It's more about opening up the heart center, shoulder, neck up top, and then what we're going to do. But I still want you to feel a little stretch in the hamstrings if you can. A few more breaths. Now the only thing you're going to do now is just turn the head down. Just the head down. I want you to create the opposing action. So if you remember in the beginning of class, we reach the arm out to the side. Think about that arm as this top arm reaching back, but your head and neck turning away like to the outside of your foot, stretching the whole neck. So chin down a little bit, turn, breathe. Good. Now release the top arm, left arm over the ear. You could turn back up if you wanted, looking up at the top thumb. or looking up at the arm. And then if you want, some of you stronger folks, both arms up, breathe. One more breath. Good. And both hands down. Take that leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog gently. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a moment. Bend the left leg. Push the right heel down. Big stretch. Oh, yes. And then left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Turn the back foot. Warrior one. And then warrior two. Same sequence, other side here. Breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Pause for a moment. Breath smooth. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I had a thought of Liam this morning. So my kid, for those of you that don't know, right now is 15 months. He was born in August, so 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so he's 15 months now. And we put our Christmas tree up, and he is just like going after every ball he can, going, like every ornament. We're trying to teach him that you're not supposed to touch them, that they're for decorations, but you know, he's 15 months, so he's not quite getting it yet. Take the back arm around the back. So that's why my brain went way over that way. Wrap the arm back. For if you can, inside thigh, grabbing the inside of the thigh, forearm to the thigh, lengthen up, twist and turn up, and breathe. So now you got this little neck stretch, also a hip stretch, also back leg is strong, lifting that inner arch, turning and twisting and breathing deeply. Good. One more breath. We're going to travel to half moon, scoot the back foot a little bit forward, come on up, using the block or not. Depends on the standing leg. Drive that back leg straight if you can. Release the right arm up, hold it and breathe. Good, one more breath. Looking down from here, back to triangle pose. Come on back. Straighten both legs, right arm around. Lengthen the upper body up, twist up and breathe. Good, a few more breaths. So remember, you're wrapping the arm, not going as low in the triangle pose, but still feeling a little hamstring stretch. Stretching that top shoulder, neck looking up at your friend. A few more breaths, your imaginary friend. Good, and now chin down. So now you're turning the chin down, and just careful this lower shoulder. Sometimes that lower shoulder comes up into the ear, but you bring it down a little bit. Extend the neck and the back. So chin is down, but the back of the neck is long as you turn and twist and breathe. Finding the opposing action between this top shoulder, pulling back, and the neck, head turning to the left. A few more breaths. Very nice. Release that. Right arm over the ear. Left arm up. A few breaths. One more breath. And both hands down from there. Take the leg back. Let's lower all the way to the mat. So all the way down to the mat. Nice. Pause for a moment. I'm going to take Shalavasana just as a little strengthener for the spine. First, take a moment, shake the hips a little bit, side to side. Make sure your back is okay. Good. And then what we're going to do is interlace the fingers back and then lift the upper body up, legs up, chin down, breathe. Good, one more breath. And then we're going to take the arms forward. A few more breaths. If you had a block nearby, lift it. One more inhale. And release. Good. Child's pose. All the way back into child's pose. Pause from there. Good. All right, downward facing dog. Oh, actually, sorry, not downward facing dog. We'll just do one time Ustrasana Camel Pose. A little bit of a back bend here. I always start with my toes tucked, and I start with one hand. So I'm going to start with the left hand on the foot, right arm up. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. Lift up, lean back. Just remember, always be safe. Remember your intention. Good. Abdomen strong. Slowly come around, other side. This is it for back bends today. Not going to be a big focus. Lengthen. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Slowly come on down. Abdomen strong. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Rest in child's pose. A few breaths. Good. From here, we're going to go right into a frog pose. So, frog pose, turn to the side. We're going to do 3 minutes in frog. And if you prefer, if you're out there and you're like, oh man, I haven't done handstands in a long time, and you feel like you want to kick up into handstand, now would be the time to do that. So, frog pose, you're going to come down knees. You might need double or more padding on your knees. That's totally fine. But if you can get those knees super wide, turn the feet apart and start the timer now. The idea here is to push those hips back, right? So whether you're a runner, cyclist, or hiker, walk a lot, these hips, they just get tight, And unless we continually spend the time and the effort and the energy tending to our garden, the body, our temple, then it's just not gonna treat us very well. So we have to make sure we take care of it on a regular basis. And part of taking care of it, obviously, what you put into your mouth. Not too much pumpkin pie, Ted, but also what you do to the body, because in a way, it's almost like eating, right? Like this is a meal for your physical being. The yoga session or exercise is, a meal for your well-being in a way. So, you don't want to overeat, you don't want to undereat, you want to sort of have the right thing. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys or not, but did everybody hear about the World Health Organization? They put out their new updated activity guidelines, activity and sedentary guidelines. And it used to be 150 minutes. Forgive me if I told you this already, but it may have been 150 minutes. It used to be 150 minutes, which is basically 22 minutes a day, or of moderate to vigorous exercise, or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. And that was sort of like the main thing that you would try to get people to do, as a coach, try to get people to move their bodies at least 2.5 hours a week. It's not the easiest thing to do, I have to tell you. That's part of the reason why our world is out of shape as it is. But anyway, now it's 150 to 300 minutes. So it's great. They totally said baseline 150 to 300 is fine too. There's a lot of studies that come out that people are like, if I over-exercise, it's bad for me. And listen, go ahead and try it. Yes, there is something called overtraining syndrome, but you need to be training for hours and hours and hours a day. It's like ultra marathoners, 100 milers who are doing 100 miles, a week, or 120 miles a week, 130, those people get, on running. Those people are the people who are getting overtraining syndrome, not the normal, most, everyday folk like you and me. Sit back into that, stretch there a little bit more. But it also talks about even if you're sick, you should be exercising. If you have any disabilities, you should be exercising. It's great. I'm going to post the video. In fact, I know I mentioned it because I think I said I was going to post the video of it. Last couple of breaths in a stretch. Push back. Good. And then slowly, slowly, slowly move forward. Good. And then back to child's pose. Ooh. So if you went upside down and you were kicking upside down, then you can meet us back in child's pose. If you were doing handstands. They're just nice. I know sometimes people like the inversion, so. Child's pose for a moment. Next workshop coming up December 12th, Saturday, December 12th, next workshop. Less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks from today. I'm leaning toward inversions because I just love that workshop. So I think that's the one that we're going to do. Hopefully Greg can meet us and he and I can do it together because he's so good at what he does. Now we're going to do pigeon prep and then pigeon. So these are longer holds, kind of a yin-ish session here to the end, a yin-ish chapter. So down dog, right leg forward. Move that foot to the middle of your mat. Start my timer. Ready? Well, let me just check the actual time so I know. Yeah. Okay, so we got a solid minute and then 3 here. That's what we'll do. Ready, go. So middle of the mat, coming up on the outside of the foot. Let this knee drop out to the side. One hand on either side of the foot, on or off the mat. Scoot the back knee back, scoot the back knee back, scoot the back knee back. Lengthen the upper body as you sink in and breathe. Oh, and stretch. Yeah, LA, they put some heavy duty shutdowns again in Los Angeles. Crazy. Now, you can't gather. It used to be, I guess you could gather with like 10 people or something like that, or no more than 10 or 15 or whatever. Now you can't gather with anyone outside of your own household. And I don't know if you saw over the weekend, but they're shutting down parties in New York City. There was 400 people in a warehouse. In LA, there was a couple hundred people in a warehouse partying. It's crazy. Crazy. It's a moment in time, friends. It is a moment in time that we're going through. And that's going to be what we're going to have to deal with. We will get through it, and we'll be fine. I think I saw Moderna this morning. Said their vaccine is 100%, now go ahead and take this thing back, 100% effective in reducing severe cases of COVID. That's what you want. That's what you want. So then if you're in a place, a crowded yoga room, for instance, which, by the way, we used to pass colds around all the time, and there'd be flu season, and people would come and they'd get it. And so if you can somehow, if they meaning science, these big pharma, they can somehow come up with a vaccine where even if you do get it, the intensity of it would be less, because so many people have obviously died and had horrible situations. A friend of a friend lost his fingers from COVID, so it's a real thing for sure. But if you can, have 95% chance of just having a less severe case, I think we can start going back to normal, which it looks like that's the direction it's going so far. So, knock on wood, hopefully that'll be good. We'll be able to save a lot of lives. That'll be fantastic. Another minute or so here. But just breathe and soften and stretch. Yeah, but if you're itching to go outside, find some nature, find a trail, go outside. And I understand, believe me, I go outside all the time because it's my happy place, my savior, right? It just keeps me keeps me grounded. So they're not telling you to stay in, they're just telling you not to gather. So don't gather. Please don't gather. We'll go 30 seconds longer. Sinking in here, breathing. You know, if you are going to gather, gather at a safe distance. That's all, right? I mean, nothing has changed as far as like keeping your distance, washing your hands, wearing a mask. I don't know, maybe there's a little bit in the beginning about the mask or not the mask, but all the things. I don't know about you, but my family hasn't been sick in 8 months, 9 months. No colds, nothing. The last couple breaths here. Good, and then we're gonna switch it. Switch it up. Come on back, gently. Bend that left leg, push the right heel. Good, step the left leg forward, drop the back knee, move the foot to the middle, drop the knee to the outside. Yes. Scoot the back knee back. Feel it out, find where you can get the best out of that stretch. You know, after reflecting about my 5-day revitalizing challenge, I have to say it was just so fun to get a bunch of people together virtually. I mean, I didn't see one person the whole time in real life. There was no. But it was just so great and so fun, and people had so much positive benefits from it. It was just so great. So I'm looking forward to doing it again. And you just realize how this year has really affected people. And I mean, maybe it's this year, and maybe this year has just intensified what we're already going through, which is probably more likely. Now go ahead and take this leg back a little bit. You know, we all have a certain degree of stress, but this year has just made it more intense. But it was so nice to, like I say, have a group of people and see everybody's reactions and comments. And after, now that it's over, it's really a great group of folks. So if you're watching this and you were not part of that, the opportunity is happening again, don't worry. We're going to do a longer one in January. That's going to be a paid one, but then I'll do another free one, 5 days. I'm going to do the 5-day quarterly for sure. So if you don't want to jump on the bandwagon of January, you can wait until whatever, probably late February, March. But it's good. It's good to just kind of, you know, stay on track, and especially from a mental standpoint. Like so many folks really, you know, were happy about the breathing techniques and happy about the meditation and the yoga, obviously. And it's so important to just keep a sane space in your head. Oftentimes the brain will, like mine did earlier, shoot off and think about something like my little kid taking the Christmas decorations off. But it can go anywhere, right? I mean, where did that thought come from? I have no idea. No idea where the image of that comes from. So instead of me trying to figure out where it all comes from, positive, negative, left field, or not, I just accept that that's what happened. That's what happened. I had this thought, and it laughed. It was a pleasant thought. That was great. And now I'm gonna let it go and get back to my breathing and my practice, right? That is Vipassana meditation. You accept. You can. There's another exercise where you're observing your thinking and you label your thinking, an aversion or an attraction. So an aversion thought is a thought you don't want, or you don't want more of. An attraction thought is a thought, obviously, that you do want, or you want more of. So you just learn, oh, that's an attraction, that's an aversion, that's an attraction, that's an aversion. Keep breathing, notice, be aware, but no judgment, just that simple classification. That's another exercise. And that is our time in pigeon. So come on up, bring the legs forward, and shake them out. Shake them out there for a second. But again, it was so fun. Lots of good people, new friends from all over the world. Shake out the legs, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold. That's one of the things too, you know. I have new friends in Edmonton, and I had to look on the map, and this makes me look like such an American fool. But I had to look at the map to make sure I knew where Edmonton was in Canada. But I'm sure most Americans don't know exactly where Edmonton is on the map. But now I know. So I'm happy about that. I knew it was somewhere, you know, in the northern middle section, but it's a little bit further west. You know what I didn't check actually, it was the province. So somebody can tell me which province Edmonton is in. One more breath. Nice stretch. And then we're going to go back. So by the way, you can stay here. So we're going to go back and do shoulder stand and plow today. But if that's not for you, and because of your neck, or it just doesn't feel right, or your shoulders are too tight, you don't have blankets to kind of prop yourself up, then just stay with the forward bend. We're just going to do a minute back. So legs back and up. Set the hands here. Give yourself a moment. And then set the hands, legs up. Breathe. Gravity. All right. Legs wide, flex the feet. Good. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. Good. Back up, and then back down over the head, slowly, and then come down, take our final twist. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Come on down, we'll take our final twist. So as you come down, right knee pulls in, big squeeze, roll to the left, right arm out to the side. Stretch. Good. And then switch it. Same thing, other side. Pull that left knee in. And roll to the other side here, twist. Good. Back to the center, Shavasana. Final rest. Feet flop open, palms up, shoulders down, eyes closed, breath smooth, deep breath. Totally relax. bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to the belly. Pause. Still just a little nurturing for the heart and grounding for the belly. Bend the knees, roll to your right side. Take your time. Good. Come on up from there and bring the comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall, palms up, eyes closed, shoulders down, breath smooth. Always finding that sense of peace and calmness and joy and contentment and ultimately happiness that comes from within. It's an innate situation. It might be clouded at times during our lives, but it's always there. And all we have to do is just reconnect, wring out the body, reconnect to that place inside us, and then nurture it. And then the more we do that, the easier it is to find, the easier it is to live from that place. Palms together from there. Take a moment of gratitude, gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for showing up. It feels so good to be back into some regular yoga flow. It's weird to take time off. It's weird. Anyway, thank you so much, of course, for showing up now or later or whenever you are. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, support your local businesses if you can, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks, you guys.